In 2023, Onosato was called arguably the most eagerly awaited prospect to come out of collegiate sumo in decades. Less than 3 years later, he's not only lived up to the hype, he surpassed it. It took him just 4 tournaments to climb up to Makuuchi, sumo's top division. He won 11 bouts in his first tournament, then he did it again, and in the next one he captured his first championship. 2 tournaments later, he won his second one, earning him a promotion to Ozeki, sumo's second highest rank. Just 9 tournaments in, he shattered the record of 12 for the fastest wrestler to reach that rank since 1958 when sumo switched to the 6 tournaments a year system. His 65 wins in 2024 was second most for any top division wrestler that year behind Koto Zakura. And then he settled in. Back-to-back championships in March and May of 2025 cemented him as one of the sport's best. He was promoted to Yokozuna, the highest rank a sumo wrestler can achieve, becoming just the 75th to ever reach this record. It's easily the fastest since 1958, smashing Wajima's 21 tournament mark. And at 24 years and 11 months old, he became the 10th youngest Yokozuna ever. But perhaps more important, he brought back a sense of national pride to Japan's national sport. He was the first Japanese-born wrestler in decades to find sustained success as Yokozuna. In 1993, Hawaiian wrestler Akebono shook up the sumo world by becoming the sport's first non-Japanese-born Yokozuna. His rise opened the floodgate of foreign fighters who climbed to the sport's highest level. Of the 11 wrestlers promoted to Yokozuna between Akebono and Hoshoryu, the 74th Yokozuna, only 3 were Japanese. And of those, only one, Kisenosato, reached it in the 21st century. Kisenosato turned pro in 2002, and within 4 years he had established himself as one of the top fighters in the top division. But it wasn't until 2011 that he took his sumo to the next level. As a Sekiwake, he won 10 wins that July. The next tournament, he captured his first runner-up finish with a 12-3 record. He followed it up with another 10-win performance in November to earn a promotion to Ozeki. But for the next 5 years, that was where he stayed. He finished second place an astonishing 12 times during that span. No one had ever had more runner-up finishes without capturing the title. And to be fair, it was with good reason. It was during the midst of the great Mongolian domination in sumo, and he fought during the prime of the winningest sumo wrestler in history, Hakuho, who captured an incredible 18 of the 32 titles during that time frame. As for the Japanese wrestlers, Koto Shogiku became the first one to win a title in a decade when he captured the Yusho in January of 2016. But it wasn't as if Kisenosato didn't have strong chances. In May of 2013, he started 13-0, but so did Hakuho, who went on to win the title with a perfect 15-0 record. He was 13-2 that November, falling just one short of 14-1 Haruma Fuji. But then came January of 2017. Kisenosato finally burst through, winning his first 8 bouts before losing to fellow Ozeki Koto Shogiku on day 9. But he went undefeated in his final 6 days, clinching his first title on day 14. He was promoted to Yokozuna following the tournament, the first Japanese-born wrestler to earn the title since Waka no Hana in 1998, and with it, the weight of a nation on his shoulders. He followed it up with another championship that March, going 13-2 and beating future Yokozuna Teruno Fuji in a playoff match. He became the first newly promoted Yokozuna to win a title in 22 years. After the win, he was in tears as the Japanese national anthem played. But the victory came at a cost. On day 13, he lost to Yokozuna Haruma Fuji and suffered injuries to his left shoulder and chest from the bout. And he was never the same again after the tournament. He withdrew early from the next 2 tournaments and then skipped the next one. From May 2017 to the end of 2018, he missed 4 tournaments, withdrew early in 5, and completed just 1, going just 10-5 in September of 2018. After losing his first 3 fights in January of 2019, he announced his retirement. He had reached the highest level, but his fall from the peak came swiftly. he later opened the Kisenosato stable, but we'll get back to that a little later. It's easy to look back and see why Onosato was destined for big things in sumo. At 15, he won the junior high gold medal at the 2016 Hakuho Cup, an annual sumo tournament created by the 69th Yokozuna for elementary and middle school students in Japan. But it wasn't until college that Onosato truly made his mark. He enrolled at Nippon Sports Science University, a school known for its litany of Olympic and pro athletes, including several successful sumo wrestlers. Here, he locked in and immediately made his presence known. In November of 2019, he won the National Student Sumo Tournament, becoming the first freshman student Yokozuna in 29 years. In 2021, he won the 70th All Japan Sumo Championships, becoming an amateur Yokozuna. Then he did it again the next year to win back-to-back titles. He also competed in the 2022 World Games in Birmingham, Alabama, winning the openweight gold and capturing silver in the heavyweight division. His only loss came in the heavyweight final to former sumo prospect turned American college football player Hidetora Hanada. So when he made the decision to turn pro, he became a highly sought-after prospect with numerous stables looking to recruit him. According to Nippon.com, among those recruiting him was the Miyagino stable. Run by now-retired Yokozuna Hakuho, its roster included numerous rising stars like Hokuseiho and Hakuoho. But instead, he chose the newly formed Kisenosato stable and teamed up with former Yokozuna Kisenosato. With his incredible amateur resume, Onosato earned a head start to his pro career with the Makushita Tsukadashi system. This system allows wrestlers who reach the quarterfinals in designated amateur tournaments to skip the bottom three divisions and begin their careers in Makushita. And since he won 2 major titles in the same year, he would begin at the rank of Makushita 10. Dozens of wrestlers have received the Makushita Tsukadashi before him, but only one had ever climbed to sumo's highest rank, the 54th Yokozuna, Wajima. However, there are a number of reasons why Onosato has succeeded where so many others have failed. First, he's enormous. At 6'4" or 192 centimeters tall and weighing 412 pounds or 187 kilograms, he is simply massive, even for sumo standards. Compared to the average top division wrestler in the September and November 2025 tournaments, he has an advantage of 8 centimeters and 30 kilograms. This gives him a big edge in the tachi-ai, or initial charge. He's able to withstand the force of an opponent's attack, and by the same token, he's able to blast him with his opening attack. Second, he's unusually quick and nimble, especially for a guy his size. Onosato is a genetic freak. Athletes built like him shouldn't be able to move like he does. Couple this with his strength, and he's able to easily overwhelm most of his opponents. Take day 9 of the September 2025 Basho against Wakamoto Haru. His foot slipped, leaving his back turned to his opponent, but in an instant he spun around, recovered, and used his power to force out the smaller wrestler for a frontal crush-out victory. Finally, he's fundamentally sound. Aside from his occasional bad habit of going backward and running out of real estate in the dokkyo, his sumo is very disciplined and straightforward. Nearly 2/3 of his matches are won either by oshidashi, frontal push-out, or yorikiri, frontal force-out. It may make for dull matches at times, but it is effective. So expectations were high for Onosato, but his pro career had a shaky start. In his first match, he faced off against the smaller but fiery Ishizaki, now known as Asakoryu, and lost via Tsukiotoshi, or thrust down. A huge letdown for someone with so much hype. But he quickly bounced back, taking down his next 6 opponents to finish 6-1, earning a climb to Makushita 3 for the next tournament. But July brought its own struggles. He began just 3-3, including another loss to Asakoryu. But on day 14, he beat Hidenoumi in his 7th bout to secure a winning record and a promotion to Juryo, sumo's second highest division. From there, Onosato's meteoric rise began. Back-to-back 12-win tournaments earned him a promotion to the top division in January 2024. So is Onosato the savior of Japanese sumo? That's a mighty big label that some have already given a man who just finished his second full year in Sumo's top division. But under the guidance of Kisenosato, Onosato's already accomplished more than the former Yokozuna did before injuries cut his career short, and more than any other Japanese sumo wrestler in the 21st century. Of the 148 tournaments held since 2001, Japanese wrestlers won fewer than a quarter of them at just 37. And in just 12 tournaments, Onosato's picked up 5 championships. That's more than any other Japanese wrestler in the last 25 years. And at just 25 years old, he's still yet to enter his prime. If you look at other sports for a comparison, maybe he's like Avalanche defenseman Cal McCarr, a collegiate star who made an immediate impact on the team after he scored on his very first shot in his pro debut, which took place in the playoffs. He quickly established himself as the best defenseman of his generation. Or maybe he's like Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens. He was a college baseball star earning numerous accolades and was selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2023 Major League Baseball draft. After a short stint in the minors, he earned a promotion to the big leagues where he became one of the sport's top players, capturing the National League Cy Young Award as the league's best pitcher. But the comparison I like most is to former Spurs great Tim Duncan. Universally regarded as the top collegiate basketball player in his final 2 years at Wake Forest, he seamlessly made the transition to the pros, becoming arguably the greatest power forward in the history of the game. But more importantly, all he did was win, capturing 5 championships with the Spurs. But longevity breeds legacy, and sumo is an unforgiving sport with a hellacious schedule. Onosato has breathed life back into Japanese sumo, but where he goes from here is still to be seen. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my profile on Onosato. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment about what kind of career you think Onosato is going to finish with. Thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.